if you're worried about what direction the real estate market will take in the next few weeks, listen up. This one might be for you and my take on the current situation. Undoubtedly, over the last few weeks, there's been a change in that real estate market. Up until 2 weeks ago, we've been running at around 70 to 80% in auction clearance rates, which is historically astronomically high. And 2 weeks ago, we plummeted down to the 50s and 60s. People are now worried, of course, about what's happening with petrol prices and the impact that will have on the buyer's purchasing dollar. And that's the emotional side of the equation. Let's have a look at some facts. The facts are that between 25 and 30,000 homes settle in the metropolitan area every year. And we know for a fact that that's still not enough. There are still more people than the number of houses that transact who are seeking a property. That's not going to change. In terms of the money at hand, the reality is the buying pressure is still there and buyers are still looking. When we look at 50 to 60% in the clearance rate, which is a good way to gauge the market, historically, 10 years ago, even before COVID, we were settling just 20% of homes at auction. 50 and 60% is still a really amazing number, and most of those homes still transact within 3 weeks of an auction if they don't. The buyers are there, we just need to know how to find them. When I first started real estate, it was a very slow market. That's where I learnt my skills. And the last few years have been an amazing run. Lots of lazy agents, they were order takers and didn't know how to negotiate. They still looked good because they could take an offer which was above what the vendor's expectations were, and the vendors thought, wow, that's amazing. It's those agents that grew up in that more tougher market that are now coming to the fore, and their skills are now going to be on display because we've been negotiating all the way through. And that's the role of a real estate agent, and that's where you make money. Is it a good time to sell? It's a great time to sell. Historically, this market is nuts. When you compare it to the last 5 or 6 years, it's a bit slower. It doesn't worry me at all and shouldn't worry you either. I'm Marco Wenzel, Harris Real Estate. Look forward to chatting soon.